Hi, Kathy from Miami. It's a little cold today. We're making chili. For the new year, we're gonna make some turkey chili. So as you can see, I've already started a little bit. I just turned it off, but let me tell you what I did. So number one, I put my Instant Pot on saute, and I added about a third of a cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can use canola or corn or whatever really you have on hand. Next, I chopped up a whole onion into relatively small pieces, and I put it in there and I started to cook it out a little bit, okay? Next, I added about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. You don't have to chop it, just peel it, put it right in there. If you want to chop it, by all means you can, but you don't need to. Go ahead and put it in there. Next, I added a little bit more than a pound, about a pound and 2 ounces or so of lean turkey meat. And I figured the new year it can be a little healthy, but by all means you can definitely use ground beef or ground chicken, anything really that you prefer. Now what I'm going to do is then I'm going to use dry, small red dry beans that I've rinsed, but I have not soaked. So they are relatively hard. They are hard beans. We are going to put them in to our Instant Pot because it makes life easier. Okay, and into the Instant Pot now, we are going to add to that a pack, an envelope or two. I usually use 2 of a spicy chili mix or any type of chili mix. I do try to do organic, and I also try to do different mixes that do not contain gluten because I am gluten intolerant. So this is a totally great recipe for those of you who have issues with wheat or gluten. So if you don't use a mix, you can definitely make your own mix using chili powder, a little bit of either flour or rice flour if you're gluten intolerant. This one has different spices, garlic, sea salt, onion, paprika, and probably a little tomato concentrate would be good too. So we put this in. Let's do it. In you go. Like I said, I'm going to put 2 because I like things a little spicy. Okay. This also already has salt, so you do not need to add any more salt to your already salty chili, okay? The mix already has salt. By all means, you can add more chili powder if you'd like. If not, then that's great. Okay, so we're gonna give it a little stir. Ooh, it smells really good. Doesn't even have water yet. It smells amazing. At this point, you can put tomato puree, which is always a good thing to add to any kind of chili. Okay. Or you can also do diced tomatoes. We can dice some tomatoes. Let me go get some. Okay, I've got some cherry tomatoes. I am going to drain them, rinse them, clean them well. I like to use a colander or a strainer because it makes it easy right under the sink to go ahead and just drain really easily your tomatoes. And there we go. I'm actually not going to chop them because they're already small. Throw them right in. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add enough water to get to the first fill line, the lowest fill line. You can use the highest fill line. Maybe it might be better. You could always thicken it up, but it does help the beans cook. So I'm going to use some purified water, which is always a good thing to use. And we're going to fill up our Instant Pot until we get to that line. I hope all of you have had an amazing, amazing new year so far. Mine has been pretty good. I am actually planning a trip to Spain sometime in March. It's going to be amazing. I want to get lots of information for all of you guys who have any kind of Spanish background, or just those of you who want to travel and maybe can't leave home. and that's okay. I'll travel for you. We can learn about all these kinds of things together. So I'm actually going to go to the max, the 2/3 fill line, probably a little bit under it, but I want to get those beans nice and hydrated. Want to give them plenty of liquid, so we want to make sure that we do have enough water in our Instant Pot. Oh, there we go. It's full to the top fill line, okay? Now, once we get to this point, we're going to turn back on the Instant Pot. And I'm going to put it, I believe it's right here. You have chili. There we go. Beans or chili, right? Yep, beans or chili. Okay, so we're going to hit our beans or chili. And mine was already on, so it heated up pretty quickly. Now what I'm going to do is beans or chili usually gives you about 20 minutes. And that's great if you're using beans that are already soaked or already soft. We're going to add some time to this. And I want to put about 40 minutes. You could do 30, 35. Usually dry beans take at least 30 minutes. You know what? Maybe I'll do 35. We'll do 40. We're going to do 40 minutes, okay? That way it's nice and soft. Everything's awesome. Sound like the Lego movie? Okay, so we're going to close our Instant Pot. Make sure it's nice and down. Make sure our little valve is in the sealed position, because if it's not sealed, it's not gonna really work. It's happened to me sometimes when I realize, I'm like, why isn't this pot starting? And then you realize, oh, I didn't seal it. So go ahead and seal it so we can have some awesome chili. It's already on. Let it do its magic. If you want to see the final product and have the written recipe, visit my website. It's www.kathy with a K, so Kathy from Miami.com. You'll have this recipe in English and in Spanish if you'd prefer it in Spanish. Hola. En español si prefieren. And also I'll have some pictures and some step-by-step guides on how to use your Instant Pot and how to make an awesome bean chili. So that's it. About 40 minutes. You didn't have to soften the beans. You're in a hurry. While this is cooking, you can go ahead and run some errands, do some laundry, or just relax and watch some TV. Whatever, it's up to you. This is Kathy from Miami. Again, I hope you had an awesome New Year. Enjoy your chili however you choose to enjoy it, with some sour cream, with some cheese on top, some cornbread. Oh, that'd be good, actually. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it. It's only about 40 to 50 minutes to prepare. Again, about 10 minutes browning some meat with onions and garlic and some olive oil. Then you put in everything else. Put it on chili bean, increase the temperature, increase the time to about 40 minutes, because we're using dried beans. If you're using undried beans or soaked beans, probably 20 to 25 minutes, okay? You can always cook it a little longer, okay? Once it's lost its pressure, you can always cook it a little longer if you need to. But remember, we can't take back the time that we've already put into it, so we don't want it to be too smushy. I find, for me, my preference is about 40 minutes with dry beans for chili. All right, so I hope you enjoy it. I hope you have an awesome time, and that's bye. Kathy from Miami.